Following my ventures in ranked game mode with a couple of friends, I feel I have enough information gathered from the new DLC and the new operators in order to compose a fairly educated opinion about the whole Operation White Noise update that recently happened a couple of days ago. I'm going to go on ahead and just jump right into it. Leave a like or dislike, I honestly don't care. I'm going to start with the main barracks here that had the inclusion of the update to it, which I believe is the Grom update, the Grom barracks. And I'll start with the later new operator here of that barracks. This here is the older sister of Ella, of the same barracks. They call her Sophia, but with a Z rather than an S. Her main thing here is, for her special ability, she has a KS-79 lifeline, if I'm looking at this correctly. That allows a double barrel launcher that can fire both concussion and impact grenades. And so this can switch back and forth, which is a very reminiscent dual switching ability that Capito is famous for with his tactical crossbows, where he can fire asphyxian bolts and micro smoke grenades all from the same crossbow. And so just like how he has a tactical crossbow, Sophia here has a very tactical grenade launcher, or a tactical breaching round. In addition to this, her usual weaponry loadout seems to consist of an LMGE, which was a light machine gun, and the M762, which is an assault rifle for medium range. It's very reminiscent of an AK-47 with the way that the chrome and the frame rate is. Another one of her abilities is that she also has the ability to get herself back up on her own, which I found to be a very interesting inclusion of the girl's natural capabilities, because she's like the attack version of Doka, as I was able to very finely see a couple of different times when I was out in the field with a friend.
What the?
Yeah, 1 health. Rock that, Rod.
Wow.
Rock that.
Bomb defused. Move to another bomb and defuse it.
Now, me personally, that can be a very tactically useful saving grace in a lot of very stressful or oversightful situations. Especially if you got an enemy that's just going to kill you and then go run right over to the next person, or you got a cav that may try to pop an ace, so to speak, and then just leave you sitting there lying there. That 1 or 2 seconds that they take to turn your attention off of Sophia, I can see being a very deadly misuse of time, despite how brief, because it may only take but 1 or 2 seconds for Sophia's ability in a sense, self-resing herself or getting herself back up to be a very, very dangerous turning point in a showdown. Older sister or younger sister, all the same, the pros and cons that come with this character definitely do complete the barracks, as there's also known pros and cons that come with her younger sister Ella's use. And so I look forward to this entire season's totality and how they're both going to be used. Based off of a few people I know, and those that I unfortunately have known once upon a time, I can see that the inclusion of the elder sister does include a very interesting opportunity for a possible meta, as she could probably be used very easily for her weapons rather than her ability. Next on the table here of observation is the defense operator for the new barracks that they had introduced, which is the Special Missions Battalion, relevant to the new map update of Tower here in Seoul, North Korea, called the White Tigers Battalion. This one here is the operator they call Vigil. This new operator, unfortunately, is one I've had the chance to study the least. However, I also need to make an effort in order for it to be studied the most because of his special ability and his own particular weapon sets that may or may not be dangerous depending upon your perspective. I, however, find only one of his weapons to be predominantly annoying, since it's more or less an overbarrel double-barrel shotgun that's very reminiscent of the old bullshit in old Call of Duty games. So the facet of a double-barrel shotgun that can basically one-shot kill at close range was no surprise that it would eventually show its face here in this video game sooner or later. The name of this shotgun is called a Bosch G12-2. While the firing rate on this gun is vastly low and the capabilities per shots is only 2 per shot, it makes up for that with its mobility and its damage, because the damage on this gun, without any other type of configurations on it, actually rivals that of either IQ's MLG-28 without a scope on it, or it rivals Caveira's General Pistol without a silencer. And that's some seriously deadly shit right here. The other one that he uses is a K1A, which is a general submachine gun that has a hilt and a hold similar to an AK-47 that's good for medium range accuracy. And like the other operator in the barracks, which I will go over next, he also mains as a secondary weapons a machine pistol, and actually they're both machine pistols, which are not general handguns, which can be seen obviously as garbage. I see it as garbage personally, because I would prefer a pistol option in order to give some type of a silent approach, but you don't really have a silent approach given with this outline. The atmosphere of general mysteriousness and stealth actually relies upon Vigil's special ability, which is called an electronic rendering cloak, if I'm remembering that correctly, or an ERC7. And what happens is Vigil scans surrounding devices to automatically wipe his image from cameras and drones. So even though you automatically scan where he is and who he is, he can automatically use his ability for several seconds at a time to wipe that clean from the registration that appears at the top right hand corner of the screen that indicates who and what the operators are of choice. And so you have to either find him and rescan him, or you have to make a best educated guess as to where he is.
Milk! And they have a Vigil.
Wait, what the hell is up with the thing going on the screen?
Yeah, that's Vigil.
What the hell?
10 seconds to go.
He makes it to where you can't see him. See?
Whoa! Yeah, he's right by the Jaeger.
Last but not least is easily the favorable of the 3 new operators that came in with this last thing. Doka, or as they want to call her now, Doka Bay, which I can see the meme world having a field day with this when she actually gets established outside of getting settled in with this update. For you see, Grace here comes with a very unique set of bells and whistles for her, for being supposedly a fragile character, but is easily not a fragile character for a 2-speed armor and 2-speed speed, for a 2-speed character all around. She's the offensive operator for the Special Missions Battalion and the new barracks, the White Tigers Battalion barracks. For what she does, for her loadout, what she does, she holds a Boss G12-2 shotgun, just like Vigil. Can also use it to a number of rather unnecessary OP combinations of sorts, whether you wish to look at it or not. She also holds 2 machine pistols, one that's an auto and one's an SMG. Again, there does give you a silencer option, but because it does that much DPS with a fire rate, but it has such low damaging potential, it's a question of whether or not it was really necessary to incorporate the machine pistol like it would be that effective, knowing that she's a highly limited close quarter combat player, or operator rather. Yet you're giving her a whole set of options and general loadouts. You're giving her a whole bunch of loadouts for close quarter combat when she's not generally a close quarter combat player. And then another point of interest that I'm looking at here is also her marksman rifle. And this is very intriguing because not a lot of characters generally utilize marksman rifles in this game outside of Twitch and Buck, respectively. So I look forward to seeing and using her more over time as the update will allow, and if other players can kindly be so kind as to let me utilize her. Next is her special ability, which is rather different and very meme-worthy, actually. Now, as you can see there, her special ability is the Logic Bomb. What this does is that it uploads a virus that forces enemies' devices to emit a rather loud buzz, thereby giving away their positions. An indicator will easily come up on screen that'll allow the person or persons to deactivate that signal by resetting the phone. Now, I got caught with this I don't know how many damn times until I actually caught the pattern of it, and this is actually very smart, is because what it forces the player to do is because this takes advantage of a huge amount of chaos that'll happen in a very stressful or intense match outline. And the problem with this particular little girl's device is because it'll give away your position without you realizing it by it constantly ringing and buzzing. Amidst this chaos, a little more chaos is also thrown in, because by having that constantly sit there and keep ringing, what happens is that your position is not only revealed, but your other enemy's positions are also, your team positions are also revealed. In addition to this, she also has access to all of the cams that are accessible to all of the defense operators on defense, which then, strategically speaking, forces the operators to destroy their own eyes and ears throughout the building or premise in order to keep the little girl off your back. So it forces you to get rid of the only eyes you have to keep tabs on the team coming to kill you. Plus, all the other attackers also have access to this little loophole for as long as Doki is alive. So, the key factor here is to make sure to take this little girl out first before you get to the whole team, otherwise the whole team has a very easy access of getting to anybody at any time. All it takes to stop this is to take a quick second in order to go and check your phone, do a little da-da-da-da-da, it's gone, virus, logic buster's gone. Now, the key thing here, the setback here that screws over everybody that does this is there's a small animation that happens that has to be completed in order for the virus to go away. This takes 3 seconds, more or less, almost 3 seconds exactly, for you to check your phone. That 3-second span of time is all any attacker needs to kill you. And it's a huge screw over that I will give credit to where it is due. I see a lot of BS, and I see a lot of funny moments on the horizon with the number of updates that have come on to this. So, we'll see where this leads. So, amidst leaving a like or a dislike, any questions, comments, or concerns, go on ahead and pop it down in the comments section below. Y'all know the jam. Until next time, guys, as always, till all are one. And hopefully I don't have to check my damn phone so much.
I ain't gonna lie, them 3 seconds suck. Them 3 seconds suck.
I know.